Hello and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned. It's Abendtag, the 7th of Summerzeit, and with any luck, this should be our final game before we manage to reach rank 10 with our Warband. Let's not waste any time, let's just jump in. This is probably the most sensible for us. We'll go for a hard Weirdstone rush. Both Warbands have good deployment options. I've already swapped out some of the guys that had just finished their training, so we're getting the lower experienced people up in front again. So let's just go and deploy.
Scouts have reported a rival warband in the vicinity. Before you can find them, a heavy fog settles over the ruins. Unable to pick up the enemy's trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out to sweep the area in search of your foe.
Right, what's the map look like? That's not really an arc, that's more like a line, but okay. I can live with that. And we're up against the Witch Hunters. So, points of interest. There's 5 Weirdstone there. Bunch here, bunch there, bunch here, and bunch there. I'll just put a couple of these sky beacons down. And then let's think about which way we want to go. If we come up this way, we should get to more Weirdstone faster. And we need to get 55% of it this time in order to get the secondary objective. These are the only two deployment places for Svogaz, so we'll go with this one. Thorgar, you can somewhat support. Rytosh, next to the walkout, please. Huthel, there's good. Kragor up front because you're very slow. Crothral here, and Furman also nearish the front. So Svogaz, you can be our scout as always. This all looks fine over here. And so does that. So we've got a fairly good set of eyes in the area. It should take maybe a turn and a half for us to get contact. So we should be able to secure the area rather thoroughly. Thorgar, just chase up, please. No one moves as fast as Svogaz. Just end turn here. Now, we don't want to overextend ourselves too much. We want to make sure that Svogaz isn't going to get overwhelmed, but at the same time, we want to be moving forward fairly quickly and efficiently. We should be able to get our archers coming straight through. I think that'll be faster for us, like along here and then cut off the diagonal. Can even pick these up this turn. Lovely. How much room do I have? 3. Well, you can have all of them then.
Objectives updated.
And then we can keep Rytosh nicely in the back, away from everyone else.
Objectives updated.
And he can't pick up the other one because the game does that sometimes. And even though it's right there, apparently he's not quite got the angle on it. So at the start of his next turn, we'll shuffle him around and pick it up. You can just go on Overwatch for the moment. Not that anyone's going to come forwards. I will get rid of this sky marker though. Don't need that anymore. Uthal, turn around, come in this way. Taking him just a little bit wider. Wider so that we've got the option to move forwards to these ones if we prefer. And I'll bring Crothral across in the same sort of direction, although he's also very, very slow. Really do want to train up my guys with knowledge of Mordheim, but they need more intelligence in general for that. Also, I need more cash. Always need more cash. Okay, Krogor. Just barrel forwards. That'll do. Ambush stance, because there's nothing better. Crow's Royale. Like I said, turn around and come this way. At least as a hero, he can move slightly further than... Oh, didn't want a Boon of Ruin. Ah, that's a mistake. Just meant to go on ambush. Ah, failed anyway. And flared. What a good start. Pay attention. That's what I need to do. So, Furman, basically following everyone else. There we go. Ambush stance. I'm just about ready for the next turn. So we're up against the Witch Hunters, I think I said. Let me just double check. Yes. So things we should be scared of include the Executioner, and that's pretty much it. All of their other units, Svogaz has virtually no fear of. He doesn't want to get completely overwhelmed by them, of course. So let's have a little look up here and see if we can see any. We can see a Flagellant down there. Someone's on Overwatch. Hello. You missed. So they are actually very close. That's the leader. Who else is around? There's the Executioner. We saw him just briefly. He's over here. So if he's there, we want to make sure everyone else is protected from him. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to put Svogaz kind of forwards. Should I guard it or come back a little? Let's come back a little. Probably best to just move further back here and then go on ambush stance. They will be able to move forwards quite considerably, and at this stage they could really come in from any direction. So we'll move everyone sort of together, huddle up, and hopefully be able to funnel them into easier engagement positions while still looting all the Weirdstone. If we're lucky, they'll bring Weirdstone to us. There's no point in trying to advance on more Weirdstone at the moment, so let's buff up Svogaz. And I'll also buff up Rytosh. And then look for traps. Why not? Doesn't hurt to be informed. Nothing in the immediate area. That's good. Means we can be a little bit more blasé with moving people up and stuff. There's the Weirdstone. Right, pick that up.
Objectives updated.
Now, okay, so perception distance, not great. Fortunately, that's a positive effect, but yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. If we can get Rytosh into a position where he can take some shots, that would be very nice. This should do. Who is that? That is just the Flagellant. Stunned him. Nice. We'll just take a bunch more shots then. Reload. And one more shot, or I can go on Overwatch. Kind of think going on Overwatch might be better for us overall. So move to here. And go on Overwatch. And if anyone tries to advance, we'll take a shot at them and slow them down. And that includes their Executioner chap if he decides to come around the corner. It would be very nice for us to be able to control that engagement. Is that even the right way? Yes, it is. Might be slightly better to just run straight forwards though. Kind of get to this edge. Can you see the guy that Rytosh was shooting at? maybe, if I come around a bit further. Then reload. And then I can go on Overwatch here. Let's move back a little, actually. Somewhere just a smidgen more sensible. So go on Overwatch here. This is their leader. We already know that he's got some sort of crossbow pistols. Well, there he is. Miss. Bit of a disappointment. But that's definitely slowed him down a lot. Don't know where he's going. The executioner guy might come around this same way, or he might pop out of that corridor to the left. Either way, we need to be very cautious. Kragor, please come forwards. Move towards the weird stone. And Crowthrell, come up here. There's their leader. Why is he going into that building? That I don't really understand. And what we're going to do is we'll sit sort of here on ambush stance. The leader runs all the way around and comes out there. Hopefully he'll advance just enough for us to charge at him. And if not, we're in a relatively good position to move forwards afterwards. Good defensive line, everyone.
A new round has started.
Now, things to do. Important things to do. Find their executioner. That's the big one. So I want you to sort of ease around here to the right. There he is. He doesn't seem that keen on engaging, actually. Would be nice to get their leader out of the picture, but he's in a building. Let's move along here and try and scout the area a bit more. Can you actually get up here? You can. Okay, all of their other people are coming around the side of the church. That means these guys are actually really quite out in the open. It's a shame I know he's in the building, otherwise Svogaz would just go and eat him. Be like a delicious snack for Svogaz. That's what that would be. Can't get through there. Can't get through here either. Can get through here. Bit far. Bit out in the open. Could sort of bait him over here, maybe. No, I really want my 2 dodges if I'm going toe to toe with another impressive. So let's take out the guy that's on the floor, because we can definitely do that, no problem. So let's pick up all of our move again. He's stunned, so it's going to be automatic hits. There's no point in me doing blood offering this turn. We'll just charge in. Do one more hit, and he should be dead. I will blood offer it. No, I won't. I'll just attack. He's gone. If I can engage the leader, that would be really good, but I'm fairly certain he's going to be out of reach. Probably also on Overwatch. So let's move back. And we'll take up some sort of offensively defensive position over here. This side. Yeah, this side. So, ambush stance. We've still got 2 attacks. What do you have in your inventory? Nothing at the moment? Great. Because we've got more weird stone we need to pick up.
Objectives updated. Objectives updated.
And we will focus on the clusters. They're worth a little bit more. Approximately 5 times as much. That's actually more than a little bit, isn't it?
Objectives updated.
And then we can move somewhere just a little bit more sensible, like here. This path up here is one way, so we can very safely sort of sit back here. Do Weapons of Destruction on Svogaz for next turn. But I don't think we'll do it on anyone else this time. So let's just end turn. Now, their leader, what's he going to do? Is that their leader? No, that's one of their heroes. Sounds like he's hit a trap over there. He's on his way in, trundling past the church, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, almost saw him through the gaps. There's the leader. Well, he's in a bad position for himself. There comes another flagellant. I really wish we had some area of effect attacks. Still, this is like a shooting gallery for us now. So let's start off with moving just a smidgen this way to get a nice... There you go. You missed on a 95. That's frustrating, that's what that is. Why did I spend all that money training you? And then we'll go on dodge stance. Kind of like this position. It's fairly well balanced. Okay, now it's the Impressive's turn. Question is, where's he going to move? Nowhere that we can see. Fine. Pretty much just going to do rapid fire shots at this guy. Take off as much of his health as possible. Reload again. Great. Stunned him. That's going to make things a lot easier for our melee troops to come and finish up. So reload. And then... I think I'll go on Overwatch for the last one. Just to prevent any unexpected things happening. Well, interrupt the enemy's plans, basically. Although Overwatch does come with a penalty to hit, most of the benefit of it lies in the fact that it's disruptive to movement. Kragor, yeah, just run in here and start attacking this guy. May as well charge him, actually. It's going to be automatic hits. Good hit. Nice. Not enough to kill him. We'll get someone else in to do that. Go on, parry. Crowthrall? Yeah, let's get Crowthrall a kill. So we're just going to like skirt the edge of the influence here so that this guy up ahead on ambush can't actually charge us. Get our free attack and kill. Now we could charge to engage the next guy. That's actually a pretty reasonable thing to do at this stage. Yeah, let's do that. Good hit. Counter-attack, that's fine. And we'll go on parry stance. We should survive one turn of this sort of fight, especially if we get Furman up to help as well. Furman has nothing in his bag, so let's also loot this guy on the way past. Ooh, nice. That's very good. That's okay. That's worth cash. And then get a charge in. And also an attack. No parry option this time. Just not enough room for it. But between the two of them, I think we're doing okay. We'll have... they'll split the attacks between us rather than focus firing.
A new round has started.
So perhaps another failing of the AI, that one. So Svogaz, send you forwards again. That guy still hasn't moved. I could have Svogaz come in here. Don't think he can... Can he squeeze in the corner? He can. Yeah, go on then. Like, just being in this fight is a generally good thing for him. Should I finish it? Should I save? I don't know. Let's go on sidestep. We'll save it for counterattacks. This guy coming in, peg leg. There's that Overwatch shot. He's looting his friend, obviously after the weird stone. And then ambush stance. Great. One at a time is roughly what we want. That was a mistake. He's going to hit you. I mean, I suppose he could have just killed you in the first place. No, actually. We'll cancel the attack here. I want the kill to go to someone else, really. Svogaz doesn't need the extra experience. Huthel. If I move you around, can you actually get some good shots? Some okay shots? Could move you in a bit more. That seemed okay. There's a spot in there we go where you can just see through everything. So that's reduced his offensive capabilities for his next fight. Do another shot. Good. Reload. And I kind of want to keep an eye on their leader, who I believe is in here. Probably on Overwatch. Did we kill their leader? I think he came around, actually. Yeah. Like, he was dead. Okay, no need to worry about him. In that case, go upstairs? Yeah, let's go upstairs. Get some eyes on the area. Thorgar. Full backpack. Can't loot anything else. Can also be eyes on the area, though. Tell you what you could do. You can be useful by coming down here and ordering Hurrah to attack. Yes. So we're going to use the order skill that we've got to tell Hurrah to swing his sword. I like the little shout things that come out. That's wasted the guy's dodge at least. And we can go and dodge ourselves. He's actually doing something this turn. What's he doing? Still no idea. We can sort of see someone through here. Let's move to the position that we were shooting at from before. There we go. And we can just fire up lots of shots. Just get another one. We don't need to do another hand shot. There's already been one. They don't stack, so in a single turn there's no point in getting more than one. Final reload. Final shot or go on Overwatch? Let's go on Overwatch. It seems to be working quite well for us to have at least one interruption coming past. This is another flagellant off in the distance. Possibly coming around the wall. Almost. I think I just saw him peeking out at the end there. Kragor, what do you have? Going to run back for that weird stone. Or run forwards and engage that guy. Or kill this guy and engage that guy. So many options. Think possibly engaging this guy is going to be our best bet here. Well, ambush from his side. I guess that half a yard was enough for it to trigger. That's fine. We'll get a couple of counterattacks coming at us. Don't mind that so much. His chance to hit is very bad for some reason. Ours is not great, but it's better than theirs. And then we'll go on parry stance because we've actually got enough strategic options. Crow Thrall, please kill this guy if you can. That would be very much appreciated. Lovely. And you've got an empty backpack, so loot the guy. Oh, just an axe. Leave that. Do you think you should come around here and loot up this weird stone, though? Pick up these fragments and then get out of the way. After all, we do want to complete the optional objective.
Objectives updated.
Doing so doubles the amount of loot that you receive at the end of the game. Well, actually, it's kind of more than double because you also get to keep everything that you looted, and the loot at the end of the game is determined by a percentage
Objectives updated.
based on the difficulty. So if you're playing on a hard one, you get something like 3% per person you've brought out with you in the match. And that can be up as high as 6% if you complete the optional objective. So we've got, what, 7 people. So that ends up being like 47, 49%-ish rather than 25. Yeah, it really does make a huge amount of difference. Ambush stance, for what good it'll do. We've actually got a really good wall here, so there's not a huge amount of point there. And then we'll bring Hurrah forwards as well. We need 2 more Weirdstone. So I think we're going to have to kill you and take it. Get that charge on. Should be anywhere around here. A little bit further around maybe. There we go. Counter-attack coming in. That guy's got like really, really good counter-attack skills. And parry stance. And they've still got a hero around here that we've not really seen. Ah, he's behind the wall. Okay. And he's coming round. And he's charging. Well, there's that parry that I wanted.
A new round has started.
We may have to ask Svogaz to come and join in that fight. Oh, he's going to have to walk around. Poor Svogaz. Ha, you can charge that guy from here. But no, we want to charge this one. That's better. Actually, I just want to walk in and destroy him. Ends up being more damage efficient. Because the way the offensive points break down, I can go 3 for this and then 2 for 3 regular attacks. And Blood Offering will increase my damage considerably for each subsequent attack. Not to mention the stun chance, which is excellent. Wow. That was more impressive than I expected. I'll go on dodge stance here. Just being like a big human chaos blocker. Ah, disappointment. Not quite enough time to collect up all of the Weirdstone that I wanted. If we'd managed to pick up 1 or 2 more bits before the Flames of Sigmar failed their out test, then we would have gotten far more loot. Oh well.
You have proven yourself worthy of the dark blessings of chaos. Each victory you render to the Shadow Lord brings you that much closer to your destiny.
However, another victory. And that should take our warband to rank 10, finally. Couple of XP bits for different people. We've got some advancements to do after the match.
Outstanding.
Hey, and a rank up for Crowthrall.
Your warband is getting stronger.
Brilliant. So that's now max rank. Our warband cannot get any better. Ah, some quite nice items there. I mean, oh yeah, especially the axes that we found. Lovely. Let's pay for the warband. I wish we could have more reserve slots. I think that's the only thing that like makes me a bit sad. Is like we've got extra slots here. I'd just like to have more people that I can have on the bench, even if I'm not going to use them, so that I can try people out without feeling the need to fire someone. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit of a pipe dream. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Weapon skill. Then for you, I think we need toughness. Yeah, I said I was going to alternate between strength and toughness as you go through. And I think more intelligence, really, because you need spellcasting. Let me just flick over on my spreadsheet. Yes, also alertness, but intelligence is a big one. Let's just skimming down the actual spells that I want. Intelligence 3, 15, 12, 12, yeah. So we need another couple of levels of intelligence, and then I can work on alertness. Furman. So Dark Soul we want 10, 12, 10, except I messed up earlier and gave him 11. So he's a little bit stronger, but he'll be a little bit less agile. We'll give him some more toughness at the moment. And I think that's it for... Oh, not quite. So, ranged mutant, 2, 9, 12. We've got 2... There we go, that's going into intelligence then. And yeah, that's everything. Let's run through people's equipment quickly. So we've actually got some purple clothing. I could totally put that on Thorgar. Not 100% certain about it. Thorgar is our throwaway replacement. Does anyone else use just clothing? I don't think so. Champions could give you heavy armor instead. Possibly. Farik is technically wearing clothing, but I'm pretty much sure that I'm going to put my archers in light armor by the end of it. They don't usually get into combat, but the light armor is a bit better. I don't know. Maybe clothing is better for them. Have to have a good think. Oh, it's gone. You're just wearing clothing. There you are. Although, actually, you could have light armor because it's got no arcane spellcasting penalty. And you don't need to move quite as fast as you are moving. Yeah, let's do that. You can have that. You have to have clothing. But you're basically untouchable. That's really, really funny. Axe of Defiance is not great for you. I think maybe Axe of Misfortune. Axe of Fury is also a strong possibility. Like the charge and ambush range, I don't really use that very much. Yeah, let's go for Misfortune. And Rytosh. Yeah. Clothing could definitely be a thing. And then I can enchant it up. Because if I just switch it over, could give him... Where is it? Marksman. There we go. Ballistic skill and accuracy. He doesn't need the ballistic skill. It does increase his range damage, of course. But in terms of hit chance, he's got a huge hit chance. But the accuracy is really going to be very nice there. Does cost a lot, so we don't want to do that just yet. So actually, for the moment, you can have that back. Thorgart, no, you're not getting anything. Crowthral. Light armor of Wardens, yeah, that's fine. Is anyone else using light armor? No. Well, kind of. No. No, this is good. Right. Let's go to the shop and sell some bits that we don't care about. Crossbow, never going to use that. Pretty much all of these purple things we possibly will. The shields, yeah, we're keeping those. As the armbands as well. In fact, we don't really have a lot to sell out of that. That's fine. Don't always want to get rid of things. Sometimes it's nice to keep some options for the future. Again, not going to put anyone into training. I want to make sure that I've got a surplus of gold before we do that. So let's just see what happens overnight.
Market stock has been replenished.
Hey, Mobho has finished his training and Eladel has finished learning the skill Order, which we've seen on Thorgar is really fantastic. Also, the market has replenished its stocks, so let's have a look at the goodies. Ooh, Flail of Misfortune. Oh, a complete Mordheim's mat. Oh, that's not as good as it sounded like it was going to be. Flail of Misfortune, that's potentially really good for our Doomweaver. So something to think about. Purple bow, I'll definitely buy that.
Task completed.
Oh, a couple of formulas. Thieves is very interesting. It's not quite as good as the one that we've already got. But these are formulas that I don't have, so I will consider buying them before the market rotates again. I've got 8 days to make that choice. The rest of the goods don't look particularly amazing. I mean, like I said, possibly the Flail of Misfortune. But the rest, yeah, not really. So let's go management. Now, who out of my archers wants this new bow? Viclops, you actually don't have a bow worth speaking about. I think you've definitely earned this. You've been with us since almost the beginning, and you still only got the one eye. Eventually, we can enchant it up with something worthwhile. We don't have a huge amount of bow enchants. Flight is possible, but he's got to be high up for it. And even then, it's still probably not that great an enchant compared to some of the other ones we could have. So yeah, there you go. There's your, I don't want to say retirement reward, but it's pretty close to your retirement time, isn't it? Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you ever so much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this very long trek up to rank 10 with the Warband as much as I have. We are going to be continuing this series. It's not going to stop here now that we've hit rank 10. I'm having so much fun with this game. I'll probably keep playing it for the foreseeable future. I possibly might start another Warband rather than continuing with Chaos. I'll have to see how I feel about that. But this is definitely not the end of Mordheim. Remember to like these videos if you like them, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I shall see you again next time for some more Mordheim, City of the Damned.